Welcome to the last video, guys. We are going to look at interpreting and analyzing a function from a graph. So I'm going to show you, let me see, I'm trying to think what color comes up brightest. I think red actually comes up the brightest for us. So I'm just going to draw a graph, and hopefully I can draw it correctly. I'm going to go at 2, and I'm going to go up and down and up. Okay, so if I'm looking at this particular graph, we want to determine, is this graph increasing or decreasing? And is it linear or nonlinear? What is going on? What is occurring in this graph? That's one way you're going to analyze. So we're going to analyze first, and then we're going to do interpretations. So analyzing it says, the only thing I'm worried about is it increasing or decreasing? And is it linear or nonlinear? So this part of the graph here, so I'm going to look at this part here. I want to look at what it's doing between here and 1, 2, 3, 4, and about here. Okay? So I want to know, what is this graph doing between here and here? Okay? Between here and right about here. So let me move that over a little bit because I want you to, I'll explain why it needs to be kind of precise here. Okay. So from here to here, to right about, oh my gosh, I cannot seem to make this little arrow in the right spot. There we go. I think I got it that time. Y'all know I do not like to draw lines without a ruler. It's just driving me crazy. Okay, so back to it, bring it back. We go from here to here, I am going up. So that if I'm going up, that means here I am increasing. Y'all know I gotta use a different color. Y'all know I'm crazy. I'm increasing in this little space right here. I'm increasing. But what else? If I'm increasing here, now we know I'm increasing. What about, whether it's linear or nonlinear? Well, Ms. T, I think it's linear because it's straight. But wait a minute, hold the phone. You may be increasing, but right here, right at this little lump right there, you've got a little bit of a curve. So if you have a curve, if it curves, it's non-linear. It can no longer be linear. Okay, so now now we know, we analyzed it. We say, okay, well, that's what that's doing over there. What if I changed it and I said, I want to know what's going on right here? I want to know what's going on right here. And I want to know what's going on right here. So between these two spaces, I want to know what's going on between here and here. Well, what's actually going on in the middle right here is we're going down. So we are actually decreasing on this part of the graph. And we are still dealing with a bit of a curve, so we cannot say it's linear. So it has to be nonlinear. This is how you analyze the graph. This is how you analyze it. This should be a reminder. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and erase it unless you need to take a picture. Remember, if you need to take a picture, if you're on your phone, double tap back, and it should go back about 10 seconds and you can pause it. What if I just have a line right here? Now we're going to look at distance and time. So if I were to try and interpret or analyze this graph, what is going on here? What could be going on here? What I would say is that there is an object that is moving and the rate is constant. It didn't change. It doesn't go this way and then go down. It doesn't go this way. It is just a constant rate of change, but it is increasing. It is going at a constant motion. So this is an increasing constant motion. It's moving away from maybe where it started. How about one like this? This would be an object that is moving closer to its destination or closer to home plate at a constant speed. A straight line indicates a constant, something that's just constantly happening. It has not changed. It's not increasing. It's not decreasing. The speed is the same. The distance is the same. The time, all of that is constant, okay? You're going from an object that is moving closer at a constant speed. So the other one was further away. This one, moving closer. So you're always looking at your home plate. This is your point of origin. It's always going to be like in the corner. Is it moving away or is it moving closer? What about one that is just doing this? This would be an object that is at rest and it's not changing its distance. So we could have gone somewhere, or you're just sitting there and you're at the movie theater. Remember, we actually, this is the example I used in class. We're sitting in a movie theater and we're sitting there and we're watching Black Panther and we're just sitting there. I'm just sitting for 3 hours, but it's okay because it's Black Panther, so it's awesome. So we're just sitting there, or any Marvel movie. We're just sitting there. Harry Potter, of course. Twilight, absolutely. You're just sitting there. You're not getting up. You're not going anywhere. You're at rest. This is at rest. Or you went to bed for the night and you stayed asleep. Okay? Let's look at one that is doing this. Okay. All right, Miss T. Well, I already know that this is not a linear graph, which means there is not going to be a constant rate of speed. So what I'm looking at, as I'm looking at something that started off and then the speed got higher and higher and higher and higher. So I have increased. It's an object that is moving away from its point of origin and is increasing its speed. So let's say if you're in the car with your parents and you guys go from the regular road to the highway. So we're going from the regular road and then we got to get on the highway. We got to pick up our speed because highway's a lot faster. Okay? Remember, this is review. It's nothing new. Let's try one like this. What could that possibly mean? Now, the object is still moving away. So we are still moving away. But then what happens is I start to slow down. My speed is no longer increasing. It goes and it starts to decrease, which means I am probably almost at my destination. So my speed is going to decrease. So this is moving away and decreasing our speed. Moving away and decreasing our speed. So let's look at an example and we're going to interpret. So we're going to use what we just reviewed about analyzing a graph, and we are going to take that information on how to analyze a graph, and we're going to interpret a graph. So I'm going to have our player, he's going to do this, then he's going to do this, then he's going to do this. What could this possibly mean? Well, it could mean that I've started at my origin and I walked up and I said, I need to go somewhere. And when I get to where, like maybe my halfway point, I realized, oh no, I stopped. For some reason, I stopped because I have no idea. I'm sorry, not I have no idea. I forgot something back at my original destination. So I'm sitting there, and I said, oh wait, I didn't forget anything. And so I keep going on to my destination. But this time, because I had to stop and think, I lost time, so I had to hurry up. Another example. Brennan and his dad leave for school. They stop at a train track because there's a train coming. So now we're stopping and we gotta wait for this train to finish going past. The arm lifts and now we're almost late for school. We gotta hurry up. We gotta go fast. We gotta take off. You can put any scenario in there that you like. Any kind of scenario. As long as you're looking at, we started somewhere, we had to stop, and then we had to hurry. Let's try another one. Uh-oh, sorry y'all. This thing keeps moving. I didn't move it, who moved it? Not me. All right, so this one's a little tricky to draw, but I'm gonna do my best. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. You see what it is. All right, so on this graph, we're going to get, so let me see. I'm trying to read what I have here. Kaylee got on the bus at her house. So the bus, got on the house, she's getting on the bus. The bus made a stop, pick up some more kids, kept going, made a stop to pick up some more kids, and then continued on to school. That's what that means. It's a stop and go. It's a go, a stop, a go, a stop, and a go. Go, stop, go, stop, go. Let me write it. Go, stop, go, stop, go. I just analyzed the graph. I also know that I am moving away from my point of origin. So I am moving away, this object is moving away from its origin towards its destination. The speed increased and then it stopped, and then the speed increased and then it stopped, and then the speed increased again. So there are things going on in here that you can say, oh, okay, I can look at this graph and I can tell what's going on. I can make an educated guess. And these are all hypotheses. We're making educated guesses. So if you have any questions, please make sure you are reaching out to me through Google Classroom. You are emailing me. You're asking questions. You are using the information on Khan Academy. If you need a hint, I've posted some pictures on how to select the hints. If you need a hint, it's okay if you need a hint. That's what it's there for. There's videos on there. There are practice problems on there. And then there's the assignment. So you have the resources. You also can ask me a question. Anytime a student asks me a question, I'll do a video answering that question, because I'd rather you see what I'm saying as opposed to me just saying it. You need to be able to see it. Okay? Best of luck to you guys, and I will see you next week.